Adamma, a beautiful, kind-hearted young woman, beloved by her village for her beauty and generosity. Nana, Adamma's loyal younger brother, who always look up to her and is very protective. Uche, the hunter, a brave young man in the village, in love with Adamma and seeking her hand in marriage. Ekwensu, the forest spirit, a powerful spirit known to bring mischief, tragedy, and punishment to those who defy the ways of the forest. Long ago, in a small Igbo village surrounded by dense forest, there lived a young woman named Adamma. Adamma was the pride of her village. Her beauty and kindness were known far and wide. Her younger brother, Nana, was deeply devoted to her, and her suitor, Uche, the hunter, was determined to win her heart. However, Adamma had an unsatisfied curiosity that sometimes led her to take dangerous risks. One day, Adamma learned of a secret grove deep in the forest, where it was said that wishes could be granted by Ekwensu, the powerful spirit who guided the forest. Her curiosity got the better of her, and despite warnings from the village elders, she persuaded Nana and Uche to accompany her on a journey to the grove. As they ventured into the forest, strange whispers filled the air. As they ventured into the forest, strange whispers filled the air. The trees seemed to move, as if alive and watching them. Finally, they reached the grove. There, beneath an ancient tree, they found a beautiful, shimmering stone, the heart of the forest spirit. Adamma, enchanted by its beauty, reached out to touch it despite her brother's pleas to stop. The moment she laid a finger on the stone, the ground began to tremble, and a chilling laughter echoed through the forest. Ekwensu, the forest spirit, appeared, towering over them with eyes that glowed like embers. He was furious that mortal dared disturb his sacred grove. Ekwensu spoke in a voice as cold as the wind. For your arrogance, you shall pay with sorrow. I curse you, Adamma, to wander this forest forever, never to see the light of the day or the faces of those you love. Uche, desperate to save Adamma, offered himself in her place, but Ekwensu merely laughed. He condemned Adamma to a fate worse than death, transforming her into a spirit bound to the forest. Nana and Uche cried out as she began to fade, her form dissolving into the shadow of trees. Adamma's last words to her brother and her love were a soft, sorrowful plea. Forgive me! Heartbroken, Nana and Uche returned to the village. Days turned to months, and the forest became haunted by her spirit, who could sometimes be heard weeping among the trees. Villagers spoke of her as the Lady of Sorrows, a restless spirit trapped by her own curiosity. In time, Nana grew old, his heart broken by the loss of his beloved sister. Uche never married, often seen wandering near the forest edge, hoping to hear Adamma's voice. And so, the tale of Adamma became a warning for generations to respect the spirit and to listen to the wisdom of elders, lest the forest claim them too. Years passed since Adamma's disappearance, but the villagers' fear of the forest only grew. Many claimed they could hear Adamma's sorrowful wails drifting from the trees on dark nights, filling the air with an unearthly sadness. The village elders warned children never to venture into the forest, for it was said that Ekwensu, the forest spirit, still watch over his realm, waiting for those who dare to break his laws. Nana never fully recovered from the loss of his sister. He grew distant and bitter, often blaming himself for not stopping Adamma. As he grew older, he started visiting the edge of the forest every day, whispering to the trees, begging Ekwensu for mercy, hoping to somehow reunite with his beloved sister. But Ekwensu, in his internal pride and anger, ignored him. Uche, Adamma's suitor, remained heartbroken but resilient. He continued to hunt in the outskirts of the forest, careful not to cross into Ekwensu's territory. He would leave small offering of kola nuts and palm wine for Adamma's spirit, hoping to appease her restless soul, keep her memory alive. Then one day, a fierce drought fell upon the village. The crops began to wither, the streams dried up, and the animals disappeared into the deeper woods. The villagers turned to the elders for guidance, but none could find a solution. In desperation, they decided to seek Ekwensu's mercy, hoping he would lift the curse and end the drought. With great fear, the village elders gathered to perform a ceremony at the forest edge. They offered sacrifice of yam, palm wine, and the finest clothes in hopes that Ekwensu would be appeased. But the forest spirit did not appear. Desperate to save the village, Nana stepped forward and declared he would enter the forest alone to beg for his sister's release and end the drought that plagued his people. With a heavy heart, Nana entered the forbidden forest, calling out to Ekwensu, hoping to negotiate for his sister's freedom and bring peace to his village. As he walked deeper into the forest, strange visions surrounded him. Trees shifted into familiar forms. Voices whispered from unseen places, and thought he heard Adamma's faint cry echo through the shadows. Finally, he reached the grove where Adamma had disappeared, and there, under the ancient tree, stood a figure half hidden in mist. It was Adamma, her form ethereal, her face streaked with tears. "Wanemu!" she whispered, her voice barely a breath. "Why have you come? This place is cursed." "Adamma, I have come to free you," Nana replied, tears filling his eyes. "Our people suffer, and I can't bear the thought of you wandering alone in sorrow." Just then, the ground rumbled, and Ekwensu appeared, his face twisted in amusement. "You dare to challenge my will once again, mortal?" Adamma's fate was sealed long ago. If you wish to join her, I will grant you that course. But Nana was resolute. "Take me in her place. Let her soul be free." Ekwensu considered his plea, a dark smile forming on his lips. "Very well," he agreed, "but know that your sacrifice will come at a cost." With a wave of his hand, Ekwensu released Adamma's spirit from the curse. Her form solidified, and she found herself able to touch her brother for the first time in years. But before she could embrace him, Nana's body began to fade, his spirit taking her place as the forest prisoner. Adamma cried out, begging Ekwensu to return her brother, but the spirit only laughed, vanishing into the mist. Adamma returned to the village, but the price of her freedom haunted her. She spent her days in quiet mourning, honoring Nana's sacrifice. The drought lifted, but the people could not rejoice, knowing what had been lost to end it. Every evening, Adamma visited the edge of the forest, leaving offering and speaking softly to the trees, hoping that Nana could somehow hear her. Uche continues his vigil as well, though his heart was heavy with sorrow for Adamma, who had returned but seemed forever changed. The tale of Nnanna's sacrifice became a powerful lesson for generations, a reminder of the power of love, the cost of disobedience, and the need to respect the unseen forces that dwell within the ancient forest. And on dark night, villagers claim they can still hear Nnanna's voice, whispering softly from the shadows, watching over his sister and the village he gave his life to protect.